Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the first news on our 4th March newspaper front page dawn. Gilani scores. Senate poll up. Forces Prime Minister to go for trust vote. Upset. Okay. As I will have to read it once again. Gilani scores the Senate poll upset. Forces Prime Minister to go for trust vote. Okay, so this is it. Opposition's candidate defeats Finance Minister by 5 votes. BTI emerges as the single largest party in Upper House of Parliament. By Iftihar A. Khan. Islamabad, hours after the ruling coalition's candidate, Finance Minister Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, suffered defeat at the hands of opposition's Syed Yusuf Gilani in a major upset during the Senate elections on Wednesday. The government announced that Prime Minister Imran Khan would seek a vote of confidence afresh from the National Assembly. When contacted, Federal Minister for Information Shibli Faraj said that the Prime Minister would seek a vote of confidence from the Assembly during its ongoing session. The ruling Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, however, clinched the reserved seat of Senate for women from Islamabad. Its candidate Fawzia Arshad secured 174 votes, while Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz Farzana Kausar got 161 votes. 5 votes were rejected. Rejected votes played a significant role in the upset, with Mr. Gilani securing 169 votes as against 164 backed by Mr. Sheikh, as the number of rejected votes exceeded the margin of victory. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, along with Minister for Special Initiatives Asad Umar, after the vote count, addressed a press conference to announce that Prime Minister Imran Khan had decided to get a fresh vote of confidence from the National Assembly. Mr. Qureshi hoped that the exercise would expose those who had betrayed the party in the Senate courts. One of the ballots that got vested had been issued to Chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Kashmir, Shahriar Afridi. The Kashmir Committee Chairman, according to sources, had signed his ballot paper, but realized his mistake only after putting the paper into ballot box. When he requested for the issuance of another ballot paper to him, the request was declined. Mr. Afridi mentioned that he had been ill for the past few days and was unable to attend party meetings held for the polls preparation. He alleged that the ECP staff had failed to guide him properly when he arrived at the venue to cast his vote. Former President Asif Ali Zardari also destroyed his vote, but he was wise enough to get a new one instead of putting it in the ballot box. While it remains a mystery as to who were the 6 others whose ballots had been rejected, polling agent for the opposition's Pakistan Democratic Movement, Sayyid Nabeed Kamar, claimed that they included the votes of Prime Minister Imran Khan and Minister for Climate Change Sartaj Gul. Talking to Dan, Mr. Kamar said some BTI lawmakers told him that Mr. Khan had ticketed the box instead of mentioned the number. Mr. Sheikh informed sources told Ron that about three ballots had not mentioned the first preference, while some of the rejected ballots were marked with signs of dash or ticket. In all, 340 members of the National Assembly, out of total 341 cast their votes, Maulana Abdul Qadir Chitrali, and the lone member of Jamaat Islami, was the one who did not turn up to vote as per Jamaat Islami's understanding and to abstain from voting, reached with the ruling PDI. Earlier, the party had reportedly announced its super support for opposition's Gilani. The result was announced by Election Commission of Pakistan's Special Secretary Zafar Iqbal Hussain in his capacity as a returning officer in the presence of both the candidates. Mr. Gilani and Mr. Sheikh spent most of the time together and were seen strolling while the count for the women's seat was underway. Prime Minister Khan stayed in the hall for a brief time and left immediately after voting. He came to cast his vote along with F.M. Qureshi, Prime Minister Qureshi, and Science and Technology, Mr. Fawad Chaudhry. He passed close to Pakistan People's Party Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, sitting with other opposition lawmakers after casting vote, but avoided looking at them. The votes were counted thrice. One of the PDM polling agents, while turning to Mr. Gilani and Mr. Sheikh, made a first fist before opening his hand to signal the victory with the margin of 5 votes, prompting the electronic media to break the news about the defeat of Mr. Sheikh even before a formal announcement by the returning officer Aro. Slogans were chanted by the lawmakers when Mr. Bhutto Zardari, Asif Ali Zardari, Shehbaz Sharif, and Prime Minister Imran Khan cast their votes. The RO kept asking the members not to chant slogans and leave after voting, but until no avail, slogans of Go Niazi Go were chanted by the opposition members after announcement of result. The PTI cried foul after the results were out, alleging that the fears of corruption had and horse trading proved to be true. One of the PTI lawmakers demanded that the matter involving sale and purchase of votes should be investigated and vote to challenge the results. The opposition said the success of former Mr. Gilani, PM Gilani, was the beginning of the ouster of the present PTI-led government. It said the members had voted in accordance with their conscience. One of the opposition members believed that Mr. Sheikh would leave the country in a few days. Some went to the extent of demanding a resignation from PM Khan. The opposition also claimed that it would easily win the Dhaka poll by poll on March 18. As expected, the PTI has emerged as the single largest party in the Senate according to unofficial results, as the number of paid seats has increased through the party. Though the party will still need the allies and opposition's cooperation for legislation. In the National Assembly, the ruling alliance enjoys the support of 180 members, whereas there are 161 members sitting on the opposition benches. Okay, in the end, the formal request, if you have not yet, please subscribe our channel and press the like and bell button to get the fresh from us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time and goodbye.